Alrighty. I went to a family event last night, and I didn't think I was going to make it. My mum said to the event organiser, he may make it or he may not. He's up in Melbourne visiting a friend. Anyway, I got to the event and they said, oh, good, you made it. I didn't think you were going to make it here. And I said, yeah, I wasn't too sure if I was going to get here. And they said, oh, so your mum said you've been visiting a friend up here. Is that some school friend? I said, no, this bloke's from the United States. Oh, well, how'd you meet him? Through YouTube. Oh, so what were you guys doing together? Oh, mainly filming. So what were you filming? Oh, well, he's an off-gridder and I'm an off-gridder, and we were sort of doing, filming that sort of stuff. Oh, hang on, you're an off-what? What's that? And a while later, the sort of event, the thought occurred to me that I'm almost living a double life, and many of us may be living a double life. Because there's a whole stack of stuff that these relatives don't know about. Now, on my father's side, I've got very few relatives at all, and the ones that are there, there's not many of them. On my mother's side, however, it's a lot of women. I mean, a lot. And you go to these events and there's female cousins, female family friends, heaps of aunties and all that. And, there's one other male cousin, and his girlfriend and another uncle and maybe another uncle and my father and me, and it's sort of like there's a handful of blokes, very few blokes, and a whole stack of women, and that's the way it's always been at these family events. But I ended up trying to explain to this relative about the cardboard house and that, and they sort of, I sort of thought it's almost futile explaining it, because I realised that when you got a whole stack of females who are social butterflies, their lives are so different from your life that there's nothing worth talking about, yet there's a whole stack of stuff that I get up to that they know nothing about. And for instance, the video that Kirsten done on, this house and me and the way I've set it up in here and all that sort of stuff, that's got nearly 30,000 views. Now think about that. People have seen the inside of this place nearly 30,000 times. You know how many relatives have seen the inside of this place? Besides from my sister and brother-in-law and my parents and a few friends, all these relatives, all these female relatives, cousins, aunties, all that, none of them, absolutely none of them, have even been here, let alone been inside the place. And there was only one cousin who asked to see inside the place, and I said, it's pretty run down and that, and you probably wouldn't be interested anyway. And I said, it's a bit of a mess in here, so, don't worry about it. As for the cardboard house, I tried to explain it to this one relative, and it was a bit of a pointless exercise. But none of them know the existence of this cardboard house. My sister and my parents know about it. One of my little nieces, one of my sister's kids, has seen it. But the rest of them know nothing of it. They don't know I've even got it. And there's no point even bothering telling them or trying to explain it. And in effect, you end up living a split life, which is sort of interesting in a way, But I don't know if it's just sort of the fact that I got so little in common with these female relatives, but some of these family events, I tell you what, you go there and you've almost got nothing to talk about aside from what are you doing for a job and then tell them what I'm doing for a job and whatnot, and that's about it, you know. And you end up standing around like a Palestinian in an Israeli military convention or something along those sort of lines. But yeah, you know, that's just a bit of food for thought about, I don't know if it's always been like that or if it's, I don't think originally it sort of has, but I think it's just the way modern society is today, that sort of, you know, you've got so much going on in your life, and you got so little in common, whereas years ago, people had so few things that were news that they shared everything that was news, you know, and these days life's so fast-paced and so different that, you know, you just live more or less in a different world to some of these people. But yeah, that's just a bit of food for thought. That's not to say that I can't perform socially or anything like that, but what are you going to talk about, you know? So, yeah.